Splash! Hey, I'm back again, once again, doing another vid. Yeah, there's like memorabilia store like in my local town that just so happens to sell like a lot of wrestling VHSs, and since I've known about it, I've been like going back there every now and again to stock up on my collection on stuff I may not have seen. And I'm a big mark for the old Coliseum home video WWF releases, and like today I just watched this one, Bashed in the USA, that's right, and I'm going to give like a kind of rundown on it right now. Basically it like has Mr. Perfect presenting it, and like it's all through like the whole VHS. It's like about him, his perfect guide to stamp collecting, basically. He's like there, just like saying about like he's in this stamp shop, and he's like just he's like just trying to find the perfect stamp, basically, and like also introducing matches at the same time. But yeah, like the first match on here is the Big Boss Man versus Razor Ramon, and this has like Gorilla Monsoon and Lord Alfred Hayes on commentary and stuff, and feels very old school, very nostalgic for me, because this is all what I remember from when I was young. That's how I used to keep up with WWF, from watching the Coliseum videos. Yeah, this is like quite a good match, definitely like manipulating the crowd a bit. Like Boss Man playing like the big man in the match, like the babyface big man, like just going after Razor, and Razor'd be like a chicken shit heel, and like basically ended like it was quite a short match, but it was going really well. It was like quite fun, like some of their usual spots. Boss Man was makes me remember like how athletic Boss Man was, and like that was all good to see. Yeah, they were just playing off the crowd basically, and like basically like Boss Man ran into Razor's boot, and Razor cradled it up and used the ropes for the 1, 2, 3 in a heelish fashion, and that was all good. Yeah. Then it cuts back to Mr. Perfect telling us how like he's had dealings with Razor Ramon before, and it shows a clip of Survivor Series '92, which is another vid I'll be reviewing at some point, because I brought that VHS and that's a pay-per-view I've never seen. Yeah, and then it goes into the match, a 6-man tag, Tatanka and High Energy of Owen Hart and Coco Beware versus Rick Martel and Money Inc., Ted DiBiase and Owen R. Shyster, Mike Rotundo. Yeah, this is great, this is great, this feels old school, feels like a 80s, early 90s tag match, like $1 Million Man using a lot of heel psychology, just messing around with Owen Hart like getting frustrated, then like giving him like a nice insecurities and all arm drags and whatever, and then like the heels basically cut the ring in half and focus on Tatanka at one point. And then like there's a hot tag for like either Owen Hart and Coco Beware, I can't remember. And then like there's a big schmoz, and like eventually like someone has IRS up. I think Coco Beware has IRS up for a suplex. $1 Million Man grabs his leg, then like the heels win, and that was it was a classic kind of like heel face divide psychology, working the crowd. This is what I liked about this era. There was a lot of working the crowd and like not really doing a lot in the ring, but when stuff was done it was effective, and that's what's missing a lot in today's wrestling. Next was a profile on Shawn Michaels, where he'd be interviewed by Mean Gene, introducing 3 of his matches. All 3 of these were like really entertaining. First one was against Kamala, basically big man, little man match, like Shawn Michaels dodging him. And this is when Kamala was a babyface with Slick in his corner. Yeah, this ended in a count out, wasn't too fond of that, but hey, quite entertaining. Next one was against Skinner. This was a great match, I thought. It was like heel versus heel, because I don't recall Skinner ever being a face. Yeah, just great, like, psychology of Skinner being the wild brawler, wanting to maul Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels kind of running away and getting his chops, and Shawn Michaels won with, like, the sweet chin music. And, yeah, this is, like, must have been one of the first times in his singles career he won with it. And the last match he had was against Virgil, and this was the best of the lot, surprisingly enough. Yeah, Virgil, like, it's quite fast-paced, a lot of action, Virgil going for his hits. Virgil was sloppy as fuck, isn't he? Like, he looked very awkward and sluggish. But yeah, Shawn Michaels dragged a good match out of him, so that was cool. Some 3 good Shawn Michaels matches there. And then there's a 40-man battle royal with, like, a shitload of jobbers. And probably about 20 actual, like, superstars, including the Brooklyn Brawler. Yeah, I just didn't really pay a lot of attention to this till, like, there was, like, less men in the ring, because, like, it would have sent me to sleep otherwise. But yeah, then I kept, like, well, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels are in there, and I thought one of them was going to win it. But, like, they got eliminated, then they were, like, brawling with each other. And then, like, I kept predicting from there on in. I thought Crush was going to win it at one point. He got thrown out. But then it came out, I thought Ted DiBiase was going to win. He got thrown out. Then it came down to Tatanka, IRS, and the Beverly Brothers. And Tatanka was, like, the crowd behind him, all pumped up, chopping away. Yeah, Tatanka eventually won that to keep his winning streak intact back then. And there's more stuff with Mr. Perfect, like, oh, this stamp has a smudge on it, that's not perfect. There's some funny lines. Then, like, he kind of, like, introduced us into this art with Bret Hart, where Bret Hart would draw caricatures of WWF superstars, and that was quite entertaining, and it seemed a bit awkward for Bret Hart as well, but these are the kind of things I used to like about the Coliseum home video. They went into a match between Bret Hart and Rick Martel. This was fucking wicked. Just lots of technical wrestling, mat wrestling, and, like, counters and reversals. But it ended in a DQ when Rick Martel... It was weird, like, because JR, Bobby Heenan and Randy Savage were calling this match. But this was when Bret Hart was the Intercontinental Champion. So that would have been like a year before JR was in the company, which is a bit bizarre. But yeah, this ended when Shawn Michaels interfered and hit Bret Hart, setting up Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel's match at SummerSlam 92, because I vaguely remember that. Yeah. And then there's Natural Disasters versus the Beverly Brothers. Okay match, big team against little team. I thought Earthquake's a real good worker, so, and the Shockmaster as well, Typhoon. Yeah, real good. Last match on here, probably one of the worst. Yokozuna against Undertaker. Undertaker, like, did, like, a kind of swinging DDT on Yokozuna. That was fun, but it just ended with, like, Yoko hitting him with a bucket, and that was a DQ. Hey, Mr. Perfect's theme here. Yeah, but, like, basically, that was it. That was the lot for the matches. Then it came back to Mr. Perfect, saying, here's the perfect stamp. Then there was a book of him with a stamp. Yeah, brilliant Coliseum home video. This came out 1993. Yeah, real long review about a video that's out ages that you can't really buy anymore. But yeah, great stuff. Right.